What's going on, guys, and welcome to this very first episode of the new Football Manager 2018 beta. It is the beta, as you all know. The actual game doesn't come out for another couple of weeks, but Sports Interactive and Miles Jacobs and Football Manager, whole team are quite kind enough to give us a little snippet of the game. It's like a better version of the demo. They do bring out a demo a couple of days before to give people that chance who haven't bought the game to see if it's their cup of tea. Don't know why it wouldn't be anybody's cup of tea, because it's the best game in my opinion to ever be created. That and FIFA. Yeah, so basically the whole idea of this episode is to go over some of the new features in the process, go over the team, go over the expectations, some transfer possibilities. The title of the whole series will be World Domination. Tottenham at the minute have this rich squad, full of youngsters, and come close last year and the year before to winning the Premier League. Not so much a couple of years ago, but they were there last year. They were there giving Chelsea a hard time, and they didn't make it easy in the last few games of the season. Failing at West Ham away, obviously giving Chelsea the title. But that was last season. This is this season, and again they're looking pretty strong this season. So I decided to take away from the poor Everton season that we had. If anybody's watched that last series, we got relegated. The idea was to keep them up. It never happened. And I haven't really went back to recorded any videos. Got a new microphone, so I hope that improves the quality of the videos, I suppose, and doesn't hear any background noise. Although when I was testing them out, I could hear a lot of background noise. So if you do hear any background noise, I do apologise. So I'm going to try and keep this episode short and sweet. So as you can see here, Ramage takes charge of Tottenham. My name is Liam Ramage. Like I say, please give my channel a subscribe. I'm trying really hard to wrap out some videos, and I'd imagine in the next couple of weeks I'll try and get out as many videos as I can. I don't do this full time like a lot of YouTubers, so I try to do it in my spare time and when I can. So anyway, so we got here. Ramage takes charge of Tottenham Football Club. Tottenham board have announced the appointment of Liam Ramage, the club's new manager. Ramage is said to be relishing the opportunity to manage at Wembley and the Spurs, so supporters are sure to be hoping he can make a difference to the team. So it was a big ask for me to take over Pochettino. Done an amazing job, so I'm just kind of going to continue on from there. Personally, I don't like Tottenham in real life, but like I say, they have an amazing team, and a team that I feel gives us a good starting foundation to actually go and dominate the world of football, dominate the English Premier League, dominate hopefully Europe if we can get that far. As we can see here, philosophies. It's a big wage for, I suppose, 6-8 grand. I think there is a little. I don't know, it's so much a glitch, but when your next contract talks, because you then get to use the money, you basically just earn money, and then that's it. So I think it was like FIFA Manager back in the day, when you could earn your money, you could go and buy a boat, you can have a wife and all that kind of stuff. Just a different element to the game. But you can't do this. You can't do that in Football Manager, sadly. So you basically just make this wage. So I think if you lower your wage, it increases something. You're basically doing the club a favour, because you're not taking as much money, because it's pointless. You're not getting that money anyway. So the philosophies are: play possession football, play attacking football, sign young players for the first team, develop players using the club's youth system. So basically, how they are in real life. I think they do sign they signed that Carlos Sanchez for Ajax, who's 21-year-old. So they've been doing that, and I think Daniel Levy's business module for Tottenham's brilliant. So he's not a bad chairman to have in charge. So let's see, great, let's get this meeting started. They're obviously a club with a lot of history. The fans really appreciate when a newly appointed man has taken the time to increase the knowledge of the club. Yeah, I always bash through this. I'll try to meet those philosophies. Sure, it's good to meet the journalists, of course. Okay, thanks for the introduction. Yeah, I just bash through these. Options regarding the current squad. Also a report, yeah. Yep. Training, match, general match preparation for all squads, thanks. Friendlies, yep, take control. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your help. That's it. Here we go. So on we go. So Tottenham transfer update. So this is basically just telling you who is out on loan. Vincent Janssen to Fenerbahce. Never really got off to a good start with Tottenham. He's only 23-year-old, so there is room for improvement. But I don't feel like I'm going to use him that much. Like I said, he played quite a lot. He only got 2 goals in the league last year, and I think he come on as a sub quite a lot. So here we go. 5 injuries, 5 players on the injury list, and one of these things. I think is this the. No, it's head physio, because I know the sports science is coming in to give you more in-depth analysis of the players and all that jazz. We've got Moussa Dembele for a damaged foot for 1 to 5 days. Total time out 4 weeks. Okay. Eric Lamela, he's been out for 8 months. He's still got 3-4 months to go. Fernando Llorente, a broken lower arm, 47 weeks. Yeah, just before the new season, just after. Danny Rose, we know he's been out with, was that a knee tenderness? Tenderness? It's quite cool, that animation. It actually shows you where they've injured their arm. Broken lower arm. That looks like the back of the arm. Anyway, and Son, who's been out with again broken arm. I wonder what they've been doing. Recurring injuries. Lamela's got a recurring hip injury and a back strain, so he's one of these players that seems to be quite injured prone. As you go their background, as you can see, 2 Premier League titles. Well, it's not really 2 English titles. They've not won the Premier League since the Premier League was formed, 1951 and 1961. So a team with rich history. It's not the most true statement, but we look to improve on that. 1963 European Cup Winners' Cup. We won the Euro Cup in 1972, and what was this? Why is it not showing me? 1984. 8 English FA Cups, which to be fair, the latest one was 1991. So just when the Premier League formed, I'm pretty sure. They have been relegated. Well, they have been in League 2. They won Sky Bet Championship 1920 and 1950. It would have been the old Division 1. The Carabao Cup, the last cup they actually won was in 2008, and that was against Chelsea, if I remember correctly. So yeah, but they haven't won in 10 years, haven't won a trophy, and a lot of people say, a lot of pundits and a lot of media say that this is, if Tottenham don't win a title, a championship, a cup, a well-worthy cup with the squad of players they've got, then it's a missed opportunity, because of the Ray talent they've got, which I'll go over. Try to keep this short and sweet. I'm already on 9 minutes, me blabbing on. Youth facilities 5-star, training facilities 5-star, so they've got a good foundation for the club. A lot better than I thought they did. Suppose a lot of money helps. The money with the Gareth Bale and all that kind of stuff helps all that stuff. I've got to say, the new feel to FM's layout and the board, the whole dashboard, as I would call it, is fresh. I would never use that word in my life, but it does. It feels fresh. It looks good, and yeah, it just makes you really want to play the game a lot more. We've got, as you can see there, the transfer budget is 65 million. 65 million pound. We could do some damage with that. So definitely looking to sign. Maybe no. Maybe we don't need to sign. Leave a comment in the comment sections of who you think I should sign, maybe. We've got a new media centre here as well, which I think is this is definitely brand new, showing you where and who the injuries and who the injuries are for. What else is this showing? Risk assessment, teamwork. So basically just showing you the training and stuff. And the current training would lead to an increased level of injuries, but you need this. It's pre-season, so I will leave it. I trust my assistant manager. Room to improve the backroom staff. Plenty of spaces available. We'll be looking into that as well, just to build that up. Can never have too many people. So I'm going to continue on. I'll go over the team. Hopefully get the expectations, and then we do get the expectations for the season, and then I'll play a little bit. Hopefully have some signings, and maybe get in the next episode have the first couple of games of the season and just get right into it, whilst along the way learning the game, learning the new features, and yeah, basically just having fun with the save and seeing where it takes us. So here we are. That's the expectations of the board has for the coming seasons are as follows. English Premier League, they expect us to finish in a European spot. Now, Tottenham have finished in the top 4 for the past 3 seasons, I think. Definitely should be finishing in the top 4. That's what I'm aiming for. If I can push for the league, that would be even better. But yeah, Premier League is our main focus, and as you can see, if you go for Champions League qualification, it puts it up to 82. Man, what's a winner? 88. If I was to win if I was to reach everything, so there you go. So Champions League reach the round of 16, which I think we can do. I'm going to keep like that. FA Cup reach the final. Okay, cool. Premier League. Oh, did I go? Did I just keep it? Did I keep my expectations nice and easy? Play for the Europa League spot, but hopefully push on higher. Or did I go for that champion? Did I push myself and have that extra pressure and make sure I finish in the top 4? This is tough. I think I'll keep it how it is. I think that's the smart thing to do, especially with a new save. Try to learn the game. Well, the new game, the new features and stuff. So here we go. Yeah, so basically that is the expectations, and as you can see here, this is one of the new features where you give a team talk before. I think it happens on the training ground. A lot of people say, I've been reading. So it's basically a little team talk before the actual game, which I think is quite good. Brand new. Again, it depends on what kind of manager. If you continue to do it by yourself, game after game after game, then that's up to you. If you want your assistant manager to do it, then that's up to you. I'm quite lazy sometimes. I just let my assistant manager do most of the stuff. But new features, I'll try and give it a bash, and hopefully I don't disrupt the squad harmony. So here we go. Oh wait, no, this is the opportunity to introduce yourself. But there is a where you can give team talks beforehand, before the game. I wonder if that'll happen on the friendlies, even though I've already given the responsibilities to my assistant manager. Who knows? We'll see. Welcome. I hope the team we can go on and achieve great things under your management. So do I. Qualify for the Champions League. Perfect. So the board wants me to qualify for Europa League. I've said to the squad that we can qualify for the Champions League, hopefully push for the league, or at least challenge. So I've got the backing of the players, and I've got the backing of the board with not too much pressure on myself. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to go over the team, and let's see the under 23s, if there's anyone there that I could bring up. So as you can see, Vincent Janssen's out on loan. Joshua Onomoa is out on loan, young 20-year-old. Useful signing. See how he gets on at Sevilla if we're going to use him. Cameron Carter-Vickers. I don't know if he's any good on this. Again, we'll see how he does. He's got good heading, good marking, good tackling, good determination. So he's got everything there you want from a youngster early on. He could definitely improve. No one there at the minute. I can imagine a lot of these will go out on loan. There is one youngster that I am looking. I can't remember if it's Sterling or is it Marcus Edwards. It might be Marcus Edwards. I've seen him play live in the UEFA Champions League. It gets played through the day before the big teams, the senior teams, play in the actual Champions League, and I think he's a captain. He was very impressive. So you might see him make a few appearances. Sterling's another one, but yeah, definitely a good few prospects there. Paolo Gassing, I couldn't even say his name again. Not the best, but we'll focus on the main team. Here we go. So we've got our two goalkeepers, Micho Vorm and Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris will obviously be number one. Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld, John Foyth, who's a young Argentinian. Davison Sanchez is a new recruit that they signed in the summer. Kyle Walker-Peters, young English left or right back. He's been impressive. He won't go out on loan. I don't think he should be on the loan list. Hopefully he's not. People are just interested. Kieran Trippier, Sergio Aurier, who is a bit of a loose cannon. So I'm going to probably stick with Kieran Trippier, but Sergio Aurier on FM himself is deadly. So who knows? Eric Dier, Danny Rose, who knows, out injured. Ben Davies, Victor Wanyama, Harry Winks, who's been currently in the squad and keeping out a couple of players. 4-star potential. Like I say, the foundation, the squad that Tottenham have is very, very impressive. Moussa Dembele, Moussa Sissoko, Dele Alli, who's worth 48 million, that's crazy. Eric Lamela, Christian Eriksen worth 55 million. I want to see what Messi that's worth on this. I wonder if because the market was so inflamed this year, I wonder if it's like that in the game. Son, who's worth 42, crazy. Fernando Llorente and Harry Kane, who's worth 58 million. I think he's the only one out of that whole lot that's probably worth more than 50 million because he's an absolute goal machine and he will be leading the line. So the last bit of the day of the video was we'll have a look at, well, this is all new. So where do I go to make a signing? Here we go, player search. So nice and chunky, I like it. If I was to look at, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. Transfer budget, scouting. What do I do? This is just the Premier League. I'm gonna have to obviously properly look into this and make sure I get it right because it's all new. I did want to see. Let's just edit search. Wait a minute. Sips options, quick. Not listed. So these are the players that are obviously. Oh, right, wait, no, here we go. So Lionel Messi, 85 million. Neymar, 85 million. Kevin De Bruyne, 78 million. So the market is kind of right, I suppose. But there are some hefty prices to even sign the top player, you're going to have to make a very extraordinary bid. So I do like the layout. I do like the whole concept of it. Shows you the name, the club, their positions, where their best positions are as well. If you can make that out and you're not colourblind. The morale, their age, their wage, and their value. I think they've actually nailed it this year. Rather than being tiny, it gives you more information, a lot more depth, and yeah, it's a very good feature to end the episode. So, like I say, we're gonna rack out as many videos as I can. I hope you've enjoyed the first ever FM18 beta episode 1 video. I look to just have fun with this, and any tips you can pass my way, please do. And until then, I'll see you in episode 2 very soon. Catch you guys next time.